Ladies and gentlemen, can we have you take your seats, please? The program is about to begin. I want to be sure that we have everybody here that we need. Our person doing the invocation is not where she's supposed to be, but she's going to get there. Good evening. I'm going to give you a word. The word is miracle. I'm going to give you thank you. That's a great start. I'm going to give you the definition of miracle, the dictionary definition of miracle. There are a few of them, actually. One of them is a surprising and welcome event that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws and is therefore considered to be the work of a divine agency. An excellent definition of miracle. Another one is a highly improbable or extraordinary event, development or accomplishment that brings very welcome consequences. Great definition for miracle. Another one is an amazing product or achievement, or an outstanding example of something. It can also mean a person or a thing that is a marvelous example of something. There are synonyms for the word miracle in the dictionary: wonder, marvel, sensation, phenomenon, even mystery. And I submit to you, ladies and gentlemen, who are here this evening, that based on these definitions, it's safe to call our reason for being here tonight a legitimate miracle. My name is Jim Honiotis. I am lucky to be your master of ceremonies tonight. I am also extremely lucky to be an uncle to Holly Forlenza. Before we go any further, I would like to invite Reverend Mary Jo Honiotis, coincidentally, my bride, to do an invocation.
Often when I talk to my community, I'm giving definitions like what a miracle is, and I'm thinking that it's rubbing off. Trump and the minister over here. Okay. Wow. Let us all take a moment. You may close your eyes. You don't have to, but you may. And let's just begin with some silence. How beautiful it is to come together in silence, to still the mind and the body, and what I know is that silence is just silence. As one of Holly's friends said, silence doesn't mean any level of intellect or not, any level of maturity or not, or ability or not. Silence is just silence. And I know that in the silence there is a love beyond words, a wisdom beyond words, a beauty beyond words. And when we do come into silence, we now connect with the common heart that is in this room. Think about Since you've been here, what has brought you joy? What has made you smile? What has made you cry, Eileen? What has made you laugh? No matter what our path is in life, we are all connected at the heart. And so this is an evening inspired by the heart. This morning, Eileen told me that every morning she wakes up and says, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let me rejoice and be glad in it." And this morning, she said she screamed it out loud. Yes, this is that day, and this is the evening that love has made, that miracles has made. Friendships, family, holly, generosity, creativity, all things good have made this evening. And so we open ourselves up right now to the gifts of the evening. We allow ourselves to be transformed, inspired, moved, grown, healed. And we call it good. And we let it be. And together we say, "And so it is. And so it is."
Hallelujah. How about that? So before we begin, we've got a little business to conduct. I want to take a moment and thank our sponsors. They are listed in your program, but I want you to know that Noodles and Company fed you at their expense tonight. Our other sponsors, Body Armor, Super Drink, I had one, and look at me. Office Liquidators, Children's Hospital, Camp Experience, and, oh my heavens, look around, the Jubilee Fellowship Church, and Heather Meacham, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Holly Fiscus Forlenza has never spoken a word in her life. Boy, she's got a lot to say. In 1991, at the age of 2, she was diagnosed with profound intellectual disability. Today, she requires 24/7 care, and in all likelihood will require this care throughout her life. I want you to know that the proceeds of tonight's CDs and book sales will continue to provide hope, advocacy, and mentoring to individuals and families who have experienced the trauma of isolation, invisibility, bullying, and judgment by encouraging unique expressions and potential. Now, I want you to know Holly is self-published. She did not receive a 6-figure signing bonus for writing her book. So, any book that you purchase or CD you purchase tonight will go to help continue her work in this way. On the tables, you'll see donation cards. If you have a desire to support Holly, in addition to purchasing a CD or book, that little card looks like this. We'll tell you all about it. I also want you to really think about treating yourself to this message about love and possibilities by purchasing that book for somebody else, too. We've got plenty. If we run out, we'll print more, right, Scott? They're perfect gifts. Exclusively for tonight's event, you'll look on your tables, and there are Holly's hand-painted ceramic tiles featuring phrases from her book and lyrics from her song. They are for sale. You can purchase one, or she'll actually make you one of your very own. If you would like to do that, be sure to speak to one of her parents. Now, I want to do some introductions. Now we got the business out of the way. There are so many people to thank. I'm not going to thank them all. Not one at a time anyway. So, if you're part of that many multifaceted group of people that helped put this event together, and you're just here sitting and enjoying this moment. The Forlenza family thanks you from their very heart. Thank you. But we must acknowledge some people by name. Let's begin with Holly's family. Please stand so everybody can see. Her brothers, Cody and Michael. Give us a wave. Where are you guys? There they are. Of course, Holly's sister, Emily, who is in Atlanta tonight. She's a student, law student down there and could not make it. But, of course, she's here with us in spirit. Emily, we love Emily. Her dad, and what everybody knows as Dadvocate, Scott Forlenza. I did say Dadvocate. Sorry. I'm telling the jokes tonight. And of course, who you'll hear from later, her mother, Eileen Forlenza. Where are you, Eileen, in the room? There she is. We want to acknowledge her collaborator and photographer, Miss Aubrey Dreer. Where are you, Aubrey? And the last person we're going to recognize by name until we get to the program is, of course, the person that we all call the Holly Whisperer. Please stand, Ashley Lowell. So, if you know the story of Helen Keller, if you don't know what Ashley's role is in this, Helen Keller had Anne Sullivan, who taught her everything that brought her life to mean what it meant to all of us later. That's Ashley Lowell. All right, we're going to move on to the first part of our program that's far more entertaining than I am. I want to tell you a little bit about Megan Burt. She was a 2012 Colorado Music Festival Songwriter of the Year. She is an extraordinary talent whose music and message will inspire you, I promise you, and will inspire anybody who listens to the CD that you're going to buy tonight later on from her, because they're for sale. Her music and expression and purpose is about using words and music to give meaning to a joyful and happy life. And so, without any further messing around, please welcome, all the way, who flew here tonight from Kansas City just for this event, Megan Burt.
Hi. Thank you all so much for having me, having us, and also being here tonight. I got to spend a lot of awesome time with Ashley and Holly and Eileen a lot last year, and so I'm very honored to be on the stage to just sing you some of my songs with Carl. It's formally known. I'm basically the pot greaser for the evening, which is the best job in the world. So thank you for letting me serenade you with some songs. Chris, there's a ton of echo in this monitor. I may have you just cut it all together. This is a song called In a Minute. watching life go past me. I don't dare try and hitch a ride. That way nothing can take me by surprise. I got a heart that's hard to handle. I got a will that's hard to break. And I got a faulty wire getting in my way. 'Cause I could fall for you in a minute, let you take me there in a second. I know just what I'd be getting into. I let those floodgates open, beginning, walk through every door that we're given. I could fall in love in a minute with you. I've been trying not to notice, pretending not to look. I've been letting my intuition off the hook. Oh, and dear perfect nature, oh, your gentle hints, and my guard for threatening to forfeit. 'Cause I could fall for you in a minute, let you take me there in a second. I know just what I've been getting into. I let those floodgates open, beginning, walk through every door that we're given. I could fall in love in a minute with you. Oh, I put a lock where my heart used to be. It's not your fault that my hands got the key. Making it easy, making it easy to break, making it easy. Oh, you're making it easy to break, making it easy to break. You're making it easy. 'Cause I could fall for you in a minute, let you take me there in a second. I know just what I'd be getting into. Oh, I let those floodgates open, beginning, walk through every door that we're given. I could fall in love in a minute with you. Oh, Thank you so much. I feel like I just want to tell you all about writing a song with Holly, but that would just give it all away.
Something very exciting is going to happen.
Something very exciting is going to happen. Well, it's interesting when you look back in your life and you realize how the threads sort of interweave and have connected everything that you've done. And I sort of fell in the company of a wonderful network, which is Camp Experience, 3 years ago, I think. And have been very involved in that women's network, who's one of the sponsors tonight. And last year, 2 years ago, at some point at one of them, I met Eileen. I was performing at that conference, which happens in the fall, and met Eileen, and she said, I have a daughter, and I would love for you to meet her, and I think that you guys could do something really cool together. And it's amazing. It's just amazing looking back, 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, not knowing that you're going to be involved in such a miracle when you randomly email people for a gig and 4 years later you just always say yes. Just always say yes. That's the lesson. So needless to say, it's a true honor to be here. Thank you. This is a song called Waited for June that's on a record over there. It's a song about hope. It's gonna break. I can hear it roar, lighting up the night, putting up a fight, threatening a storm, just like you and me, pounding in my heart, seeping through the cracks, but I'll clean it up and ask for more. 'Cause I need the storm. What if the waves never waited for forgiveness from the moon? What if the bee never waited for a flower to bloom? What if love went and pulled the plug before it was through? What if winter never waited for June? I don't have a reason. I'm writing on my wall. I can't find an answer in my mind why we're here at all, but I know how to love you. I'm figuring it out. I can make you smile every single mile, and that's good enough for me right now. What if the waves never waited for forgiveness from the moon? What if the bee never waited for a flower to bloom? What if love went and pulled the plug before it was through? What if winter never waited for June? I'm calling on hope, calling on faith to find me a feeling and somehow make me brave. 'Cause the waves always wait for forgiveness from the moon. I'd be always wait for a flower to bloom. And love doesn't pull a plug before it's through. And winter is always waiting. you so much. Well, we're going to play one more song for you, and then let Eileen come melt your heart. And Holly, I made a record last year that's going to come out in a few months, and it's just a testament to how powerful music is, and for me, how music can really sort of get you through anything in life, which is why I think it's so cool that Holly wanted to write a song. And this song, this next song, called Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, is sort of one of that for me. I feel like it's kind of my, this is my triumphant song. Thank you for having me. Think I'd be safer on a straight line, waiting around to hit a green light. You got a big surprise if you'll open your eyes. Bury my wreckage in a graveyard. I'm driving faster than a NASCAR. I'm just the hopeful kind, taking it for a ride. Holding out for perfect is a dream that's hard to shake. It's always gonna be what you make it. And you can fit me right inside my shadow. You can box me up inside your head. You'll be drawing lines around a hollow, 'cause you ain't seen nothing yet. Traded my window for the big sky, gave up the backseat for the front line. Finally figured it out. There's no going back now. Strip the surface off of me, found out what's underneath. It's always gonna be what you make it. You can fit me right inside my shadow. You can box me up inside your head. But you'll be drawing lines around a hollow, 'cause you ain't seen nothing yet. You can fit me right inside my shadow. And you can box me up inside your head. You'll be drawing lines around a hollow, 'cause you ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Enjoy the rest of your night. We might be back up later with a special surprise, maybe.
There's no might about it. She will be back up later. So, with Eileen. Now, I'm married into the family, Eileen's family. and I got 6 sisters in the deal, which was good because I only had 3, and everybody needs 9 sisters. So now I have 9. And, some people describe their family, when they talk about their family, they say, this is my sister-in-law or my brother-in-law. And the way I feel about this person that you're about to hear from, and of course the amazing Holly, is she really truly is my sister in every way, other than the fact that we have different mothers. So I want to, again, thank you for being here and get to hear this wonderful, inspirational discussion by my sister, Eileen Forlenza.
I'm going to grab the Kleenex now. You know this is going to be a rough night. I'm telling you. This is something else, isn't it? So I just want to take a minute. Look at this. You all have heard, that's why you're here. In November of 2012, Holly said, I want a platform to teach about love. And here we are. Thank you for being her platform. Thank you for being a part of her journey. I was thinking this morning, I just had this flash of all the people in her life and my life who have built the scaffolding for tonight. Therapists, doctors, advocates, friends, people on the sidelines of the football and the baseball fields that said, Holly, come sit by me. Come sit here. And here we are. So this is a hallelujah right here. This is a hallelujah. So I am typically the one clicking my slides, and Chris is in the back, and so when I do this, that means let's click. So here we go. So I'm going to share with you a little bit of the journey tonight, and at the end of the journey, you're going to hear Holly's song. Megan's going to come back up. So let's start back a few years. When Holly was diagnosed at age 2, at that time with the diagnosis of severe, profound mental retardation and epilepsy, failure to thrive, on and on and on. The interesting thing about that is that it was really on her 2nd birthday, or it was her 2nd year annual neurology check with Dr. Tom Riley, and I wish he was here with us tonight, but he's out and about doing what he does. Wonderful man. And so Holly was diagnosed at age 2. It was on my due date for Cody. I literally was 9 months pregnant to the day with Cody. Cody, did you say hi to everybody? Where are you? Okay. Oh, there you go. Okay. So I get the diagnosis. Holly has severe, profound mental retardation. 5 days later, Cody is born. 5 days later, Cody is born. I have a newborn, a child that takes a lot of care, and my daughter, Emily. And there we are. I had to drive myself home from the hospital that day because things were not great at home. 6 months later, I lived in a safe house. I had 3 children under 4 years old. I was underprepared. I was undereducated. I was under-resourced. But I knew at that time, in that moment, that my life was going to take on a different meaning. And being a single parent with 3 kids under 4 taught me a lesson about resilience and taught me a lesson about we were going to move on. And so at that moment, I told myself, I can either choose to fall to this or come to this. And the most amazing thing is through so many of you and learning, and my dear friends, Christy Blakely and Carol Meredith and Kelly Stallman, you guys, you're such a part of this. You're such a part of this. So many people just saying, learn about this, Eileen. Go to this conference. Go here. Learn this. 20 years later, I'm leaving my office to go to the doctor with Holly. I pick up the phone, and the other line, person on the other line says, is this Eileen Forlenza? I said, yes. said, "This is the White House calling." That would be your click. Literally, almost 20 years to the day, I get a call from the White House saying, "Eileen, the President of the United States would like to invite you to the White House in acknowledgement of your work on behalf of children with disabilities." And I said, "Okay, I'm there." And I would tell you, I took that picture with my phone, and I've had a lot of, "Oh, did you get to stand next to him? Did you talk to the president? Did you go in the White House?" No, none of that. But let me tell you something that means the world to me. I was there amongst most people who were rolling in their chairs. And all my friends that are here tonight, that are here with unique mobility, I love you guys. I love you guys. And in order for me to stand next to the President of the United States, I would have to lean across somebody sitting in a chair. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So I give full honor and respect to my friends who are here tonight in various ways of abilities. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I love all of you guys. It was one of my friends, Tammy, who's here. She said, "Oh, Eileen, I heard you went to the White House." And I'm like, "I know, I was so excited." She goes, "Do you realize that's not typical? Do you realize that's not normal? Do you want to talk about this a little? Maybe it's time you start talking about this." I said, "All right, it's time." And so, decided that we are going to move into a space of triumph, because Holly and I and all of us here have been working on trying to make a difference. And we're going to move from try to triumph. And so, as Holly has taught me as well, what I learned in those early days is sometimes one has to be bold enough to just ask for a little help. Ask for what you need. And be bold enough to say, "I'm going to step into the light. I'm going to step into my greatness." And if Holly has taught me anything, she has taught me to step and to roll into my greatness. And I remember going back and saying, you know, if I can teach my children anything, I'm going to teach them resilience. I'm going to teach them about moving to the next level of whatever that is. And so, in that spirit, I said, "Oh yeah, bring on the love." Scott and I played softball together at our church softball team, and we slowly fell in love, and I married my best friend, and I'm so that was the best decision I ever made. I love you, honey. And so, of course, we had Michael. Where's Michael? Stand up. Michael. Come on, Michael. Love you. Incredible journey that we've been on. And as you are giggling at this picture, I know that you're thinking, out of all the kids and all of us, who has the most normal look on their face? Holly. Holly has the most normalized expression on her face. And we were having a blast. Scott taught us all to, part of stepping into your greatness is step into humor and laugh. And laugh. Have fun. And that's when we shout, hallelujah. Because we are going to have a good time with this. And yet, what we're experiencing is still life with difference. What we're still experiencing is Holly has 150 seizures a day. A day. Talking about every, 2 or 3 minutes. Right, Toby? I mean, there are people in this room who have literally caught her and held her. Long time. And so what we're still going through in all of the joy and all of this is this is still the rhythm by which we live our lives. And I can't sit in the bleachers at the baseball game because we're sitting on the lawn on a blanket. Because we can't sit in the bleachers because Holly will fall from her seizure. I can't sit in the front of the church where I want to be. I got to sit in the back. And over the years, there have been people like my dear friend Anna, who's here tonight, who noticed that I was always sitting in the lawn on the side, and she'd come over and sit with me. Say, hi, my name's Anna. Our sons are on the same team. Let's sit together. And then I explained to her, you know why I'm over here? Because this is my daughter, Holly. She's nonverbal. She's having seizures. And Anna never again sat on the bleachers. She sat by me. Anna, where's Anna? Anna, stand up. And Anna has committed for at least the next 12 months to bring more illumination to this story. So Anna does sales and marketing and lots of great stuff, and so a lot of this tonight is because of Anna's work. Thank you, my friend. So we're still going through all of this. 150 seizures a day means we got to get some protection in place. And there's Emily by her side every step of the way. So Holly moves into having a helmet. And look, guys, I found them in her closet. I had them packed away. Look. Remember these days? Click. And they got worse and worse, and we had to move to this one. I remember when one of the doctors said, her face is really taking some injuries because, Holly's seizures are called drop seizures, so we know that they're on both sides of the brain, and so when she has a seizure, she drops. She literally falls, and so she's washing her hands. Boom, she's got her face on the tile or on the counter. Wherever we are, she's just falling. It's like taking a light switch and just turning it off. And I remember when the doctor said, you know what? I think what we need to move to is like a hockey mask. We just need to put it over her face. I'm like, not doing that. Not doing that. We will hold her. We will catch her. I'm not covering that smile. Not covering her eyes. Not covering her face. We as a community will come around. We will catch her. We will do this. And so, the isolation became something we had to work on because we didn't want to live in a place where community was something unfamiliar to us. And so we continued to work whatever we could do to move out of isolation and into the community. But we're still looking for answers. What's going on? Why can't we stop these seizures? What's the deal? We know that the nonverbal piece is what it is. And there we have it, and so it is. And we're trying all kinds of communication devices. The Dynavox, which so many of our friends here tonight use. Different picture symbols, all kinds of strategies. Nothing was working. Nothing was working. And all the while, working on some of this stuff. We're trying everything we can. Never had furniture in the room. That was Holly's therapy room. So Holly was so flexible. She'd literally watch TV, putting her ankles behind her head, and she'd prop up her head. That's how she'd watch TV. So Emily and Cody are like, I'm trying that. Mike was probably crawling around at the time. I mean, it's like, it ain't going to happen. But that was our mind. We're not going to give up. We're going to keep trying. We're going to try. Like all of you have done. All of us can relate to this point of saying, I am knocked down. I am not staying down. I'm getting up. I'm going to move. I'm going to try. And all the while, what's Holly's attitude? You guys know Holly. She is smiling and laughing and loving. She continues to be the classic extrovert in the nonverbal body. She is working the room. She's everywhere. She is stepping into her own greatness in the midst of all of this. And that's what we knew, was that what was most important to her was her siblings, her brothers, and Emily. Man, they're close. My big, wonderful Irish Catholic, fun-loving family, which, by the way, all three of my brothers are here tonight, and all of my sisters who live here are here. Can you guys please stand up, please? And Mom and Dad. Go ahead, Cheryl. Emily! Emily's on Facebook. Oh my God. Hi. Love you. Oh my gosh. Ooh, Kleenex. She's in frozen Atlanta right now. Okay, where was I? Yeah, friends, family, by the way, that was not me at the registration table. That was my sister, Pauline. Pauline, stand up again, please. We are two different people. My friend Rob, where's Rob Deckerman, said, you didn't even recognize us at the table when we were it was funny. People, we pass in the aisles at the grocery store, and I notice people are walking by going, and they turn around the next aisle. I'm like, I know I got it going on, but why are you looking at me? Because they think I'm Pauline. And they have the same thing. Why isn't Pauline saying hi to them? Anyway, another story. So, love our family, love our life, everything's great. And what we also know is that what's more important than anything is staying in the community. All of this, community. This is it. And think about, what is the root, my mother, the grammar girl, what is the root word? Commune, community, communicate. Communicate, talk, be together. And Holly taught us that's what she wants, that's what's important. She didn't like not being able to sit on the bleachers, but because of our friends like Anna and Shauna and other people, let's make our own community. Let's do it right here. And you guys, we can shout from the mountaintops. We can just be so excited that when our country decided we're closing the institutions for people who have mental retardation, those former words that we use, the formal way that we used to do things, we're no longer sending those people down that road, into that white building down the road, in the institution. Instead, we're going to bring them into the community. And we are so excited about that. And yet, we forgot to tell the community, right? Our rec centers aren't ready. Our churches aren't ready. Our temples aren't ready. Our neighbors sometimes aren't ready. The bleachers, the softball fields. But you all are. And you are here. And thank you. Thank you for being Holly's community. Thank you for giving her that place to commune and to communicate. Wow. That's what we know was important for Holly. Because when you think about it, we're in this new generation. It's important to know, a little factual for my engineering brothers who like to hear facts and numbers and linear thinking. Okay, Dad, this is for you. Put this on your little date thing. My dad dates everything. Opens a can of coffee, puts a date on it. Buys a new fan for the family room, puts a date on it. I love you, Dad. All right, so here's a little date. The graduating class of college graduates of 2010 graduates are the very first class of young people coming into the world who have gone alongside kids with special needs their entire public education. The Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, which falls underneath the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA, so the IDEA, was reauthorized in 1987, which guaranteed at that point that kids as young as age of 3 would have access to public school all the way up till their 21st birthday as well. So public education, here's a little factoid, is responsible for kids who require assistance from age 3 to 21. So for the kids that were born in 1987, they have linked arms their entire public education with kids that require a little bit of different help. And what a better world we're in because of it. All of you here. So when you ask yourself, how's the world any different? Well, because there are people here who went to school with Holly when she was in elementary school. We got all kinds of stories to talk about because this is the new normal. This is life. This is it. Because in the middle of that, you have a young woman graduating right alongside her friends. All the people around her. There's just nothing but celebration. You notice Holly's not wearing her cap for her gown because she has sensory issues. She's not going to wear it, but that's okay. We just modify it just a little bit. The woman next to her is not wearing a cap either. That's her paraprofessional. She's right alongside. Enough of the segregation. We're talking about integration and love and support, all along knowing that Holly was going to be sharing and teaching us something unbelievable. And so life is moving on. Emily graduates from college. She's now in Atlanta and on the iPad somewhere. Cody's going on. Sorry, Cody, I had to embarrass you on that one. The reason I chose this picture, seriously, I have to defend this one. The reason I chose this one is I think it looks like Cody's on top of the world. It's like he's up high, he's looking out. And he's got Forlenza tattooed on his back. I love that. Love that. Michael and Holly. I tell you, those two, something else. Michael's in high school now. Holly's right alongside every step of the way. This is getting ready for homecoming or winter formal, and Michael's like, why can't Holly come? Just let's go. Holly's going. But, all right, I have to tell you my favorite Michael story. So Michael plays football, and when he was, at the end of the football game, the coaches take all the players at the end on the sidelines, and they do their little rah-rah, what was your best play, have all this great stuff. And they have their helmets on, and Holly has this thing about eyelashes. So there's Michael with his football helmet on, and Holly comes running over to be a part of the community of the football players, and Michael sits there, and Holly comes over, plays with his eyelashes, and it is what it is. Love you, Michael. So life's going on, life's happening, like we all are moving on, and yet, this is still going on for Holly. We're still trying to figure some stuff out. What's up? Gotta get these seizures under control. Don't understand why things are just still not clicking. We're optimists. We believe in positivity. We're doing, but let's not forget. This is still going on. And what we also noticed was a change in Holly's behavior. We all know every behavior is a form of communication. For yourselves, for everybody that's sitting next to you. You start learning that every behavior is a form of communication. She is ripping up her room at night. We can't sleep. Something's not right. She literally ripped the front panel off of her TV screen thing, console. Ripping off, she is a Broncos fan, can you tell? All right. Holly's really searching to find connection. Emily's gone. Cody's on top of the world. Michael's got all the girls at the dance. What's going on? And we're noticing significant behavior change. And then something happened. As Megan said, we're connected to a women's leadership group called Camp Experience. And my dear friend Betsy, where are you? Oh, Betsy, please stand. I have to embarrass you. So one year, Betsy invited me to be a keynote speaker at the women's conference, and it was in 2011. And the theme of the conference was, Find Your Voice. And I said, Dear Betsy, can I bring my daughter? Can she just be there? Can I bring my other kids? Because they're just great. They're just I really want them to hear this message of what I'm going to say. And I want to share it with them. And Betsy, of course, is like, absolutely, Eileen. Bring the kids. Leave Scott at home, but bring the kids. You were waiting for that, weren't you? It's a women's thing, honey. It's a women's thing. Chocolate and wine. So the theme was I found my voice. So I did my keynote. Everything's awesome. That's when I met Megan. And then about, a week after camp, we got back. Holly's behaviors are still interesting. So we do expression through art. And Holly went with Aubrey to make a tile, and we decided to put this on there. I found my voice at Camp Experience because Holly was there with me. There was something that shifted with Holly at that time. Something shifted. And it was as if she decided in that moment she was going to step into her greatness. And boy, did she just start. She's just trying. She's just trying. She's working really hard. And right about that time, I'd taken Holly to another conference on inclusive education, and I was presenting, and Holly was there. And Holly, the picture that I have here to show you is on the far right of that picture is Dr. Christy Casa. She's not here with us this evening. Her son is sick. And we were doing karaoke. I do Zumba and I do karaoke. And there we are, the top floor of the Hyatt, doing the karaoke party. Little did I know that Dr. Christy was in the audience. And she had been watching Holly all day. And she contacted me about a week later, and she said, "Excuse me, my name's Dr. Christy, and you don't know me, but I was watching your daughter. I think your daughter has literacy skills." Like, really? Really? Seriously? And she said, "Would you give me the opportunity to work with her?" I said, "Yeah, you bet." She said, "You got to trust me for one. And secondly, if you bring Holly to my workshop, Eileen, there's one thing you have to promise me. You are not coming in this room unless you presume competence. You need to forget everything anybody's ever told you about what she can't do. All those IQ tests, throw them away. All of the things that the can't, put them away. If you presume competence, you can come into my workshop." We went to that. I have to show you this because it's really cool. This was Holly's very first communication device with Dr. Christy. Look familiar? The modality is called facilitated communication, and we won't get into it now. But Dr. Christy, an expert, and we have other people in the room tonight that use facilitated communication. You can talk to them too if you want more information. But one of the first things that Dr. Christy did to teach me at the same time was she was telling me everything has to be in context. Don't ask Holly what's her favorite color. Tell Holly we're going to paint her room and ask her what color she wants to paint her room. It's all about context. So she laid out on the table postcards of random stuff, a horse going through the pasture, a vase, stars, butterflies, just random stuff. Pictures of people. I don't know, whatever. They had political people and leaders and whatnot. So Holly goes through that. She picks this one picture out. Christy said, "Okay, you want to talk? Okay, what do you want to talk about?" And it was a picture at that time of the candidate, Barack Obama. She said, "Yeah, I imagine in your house you guys have some decent discussions. So Holly, what do you want to talk about?" And so slowly she moved this, very slowly, so that Holly's eyes could just focus very gently. And Holly first pointed to P, and then Christy moved it, and she's just very slowly giving Holly a chance to focus. R, E, Holly spelled president. It's the first word she ever spelled. Isn't that amazing? Oh my gosh. It was amazing. So that day, I actually had to leave the room. I was crying so hard. I really did. It was amazing. It was amazing. And Dr. Christy saw something in her and believed in her, like so many of you. So many of you. And we just kept saying, you know what? This is possible. We're going to step into this. So Dr. Christy agreed to come to our house. This was a very slow process. I'm going to show you just a little clip of what some of the very first days of Holly's typing. One finger at a time.
Hurts to H-E-A. H-E-A. Here, H-E-A-R. Hurts
Okay.
here.
H-E-A-R. You know what she typed? Chris, you have it on the note screen. Do you want to, right? I believe what it says was, "It hurts to hear that it's difficult for other women too." It hurts to hear, and if you want to listen to I have the whole thing filmed. It hurts to hear it's difficult for other women too. That's when I realized that what we're talking about, it's not about disabilities. It's for anybody who's ever felt silenced, oppressed, unheard, unseen, anyone. It hurts to hear that other women, that it's difficult for other women. Wow. Wow. And then, it just so happens that Ashley fell out of the sky. Here came this angel looking for an assignment. Ashley's a graduate of Arapahoe High School, didn't even know Holly. They didn't go to high school together. I'll put this down because I get all excited. And Ashley was looking for something to do the summer she graduated from high school and volunteered at a camp, just volunteered at a camp. And she was assigned to Holly. And actually, Ashley was literally brought in the week before because the other person that was going to be with Holly, who has known her and had given Holly lots of support in the past, something came up. So they were looking for somebody, and Ashley just happened to, okay, I'll go. And they called me, and they said, Eileen, Holly can still go to camp, but we have this new person who's never met her before. And I just want to make sure you're okay with sending Holly to camp with, someone that doesn't know her. I'm like, no, that's not okay. And so can I please meet her first? Because, she's got to be able to read Holly's gestures, and, there's got to talk about this. So Ashley came over and was like, yeah, she'll do. She was good. She was awesome. She was so tuned in. Everything was great. They go to camp. A week later, come back. The bus, we go to the high school parking lot, say hello, we, do the quick hugs thing. It's like midnight. And then the next day, about 11 o'clock in the morning, I get a phone call to Ashley. Hi, Miss Forlenza. I just wondering, could I come over and see Holly? For a whole week, she was my joy. I'm like, get over here, girl. What you doing tomorrow? That's funny, huh, Joel? That's how we met Ashley. And there was just something about them. There's something about those two. They're just so connected. So we watched how Ashley was with Holly. We happened to just meet Dr. Christie right about this time, so we all get trained on this facilitated communication. And Holly types with Ashley. She doesn't type with me. She's typing with Aubrey a little bit. She types with Ashley. And that's when my sister Diane said, she's like the Holly Whisperer. And it stuck. And Ashley, wow. Okay. This is a screenshot from her iPad. So what they did is they would do warm-up words. So Dr. Christie taught us, we have to help Holly just do warm-up words. So if you look, it's when Emily was applying for law school. So she wrote Kaplan and university. She was taking the Kaplan, prep thing. She put admissions. Those are warm-up words. And then she says, so Ashley said, do you want to do more? I said, yeah, go ahead. And Holly types, your people skills are great. Isn't that great? See that? Your people skills are great. As you saw from the video, it's pretty laborious. This takes a lot of time, and that would probably be enough. Ashley and Holly would go to the library or go in a room where there's quiet, there's no distraction. It takes a lot of focus. It's a lot of focus. One finger at a time, lots of gathering, lots of sensory stuff, more than just the eyelashes, just a lot of centering. So then we started to get to know Holly. She started to really type some things. One of the first sentences she ever wrote, no more grape jelly. Tired of that stuff. Give me some raspberry. Give me some blackberry jelly. We're asking her why she plays this one song over and over and over again. She loves Rascal Flatts. And she plays the Sarah Beth, it's called Skin. And Dr. Christie told us, pay attention to the songs Holly's listening to. And that song is about a girl who gets cancer in high school, and the whole song is about getting picked up, and she gets to go dancing it's amazing. So we said, Holly, why do you like that song so much? She just types, my family just knows I like it. It is what it is. And then we asked her the color about, what's your favorite color? And Christy said, no, that's not going to work. Why are you asking her that? And Aubrey said, well, because we want to paint her room. Aubrey being the artist. And so Holly said, well, I want it to be yellow. Like, well, why do you want yellow? She said, because it's a happy color. She got a yellow room. She got yellow sneakers. She's wearing a yellow shirt tonight. Yellow's the new color. And through all of this, still yearning for connection, still looking and yearning, and she just wants to connect. Anybody who comes in the door, she's like, can I go with you? Just in the way that she communicates. Take me with you. Let me go. I don't want to be alone. Because something happens when kids transition out of high school. And we won't go into that discussion. But I will tell you, it's lonely. It's lonely. Not all kids' path is to graduate and 3 months later go to a college. That's not everybody's gig. It's lonely for some kids. It's hard for Holly. It's really hard. She's yearning for connection, community, communication. And again, that's when we realize that Holly's story is not about disabilities. It's about feeling alone. It's about feeling oppressed. And so as she started to type to us, we learned to ask questions, like really ask, like why do you do that? Some of these interesting things that she does. One of the things she does, we take a walk, she'll see somebody out of the corner of her eye and she'll just bolt. She'll just run and she just wants to connect. She's extroverting all over him. She's just going over there. So I finally, Ashley said, why don't you ask her? Why does she do that? So I said, Holly, what is that? Because you can feel her getting revved up, like she sees somebody. And she said, I surrender to the feeling that they are giving out. They are the person that God asked me to love. Like, whoa. I better think about what I'm thinking because she's going to read right through me. But that's when I realized that she has so much insight. I had no idea. I really didn't know. And then when we started realizing that she had a lot to say and a lot of ways to say it. And so, click. After I met Megan, I'm like, hey, Megan, I got an idea. How about we have this little project? Would you be, I was nervous. I was like, I'm talking to Megan Burt, seriously? I'm going to ask her to write a song with my daughter who's nonverbal, who's just starting to type? Like, Megan, will you do this project with me? I want Holly to write I don't know, I got to do something. Because Holly had written, I want a platform to teach about love. I said, Holly, do you want to write a song? You want to write a book? Want to be a teacher, professor, singer? What do you want to do? And she said, and I have it on the iPad. I should do the screenshot. I want to write a song. And it will be titled, God Will Sing You Home. Like, really? Righty then. So, we started meeting with Megan in a quiet place where there was no distraction. When Ashley was available, Ashley works with Holly, or Ashley is hanging out with Holly on Thursdays and Fridays, Tuesday afternoons. Slow process. So we started to write this song. And Megan was amazing. She would ask Holly, when Holly said, well, love is everywhere. Love is everywhere. Love is everywhere. And Megan's like, well, what do you mean? And love is everywhere. Wait, what do you mean? Is it in the chair? Is it in your helmet? Is it in a Kleenex? And Holly said, love is in the eyes of the people before you. And when you have a good songwriter like Megan Burt, that makes a beautiful song. And so we started meeting in a friend of mine apartment down by Wash Park, and we started writing this song. And here's another clip of one of the sessions.
For you, if you want, please.
Okay.
You keep it. I think we should write about Whoa. I think we shared about me pleasing. Well, keep going. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about that.
Here, baby, finish your sentence. I know. Megan's holding your hand. Okay, let's stop.
Okay.
All right. So Holly, that's what it was. That's what it was. And then Megan would hear that. We would talk about it. So while Holly's writing the song, on Tuesdays, she's with Aubrey, her cousin. Aubrey's a professional photographer. On the end of Tuesday, Aubrey would take out her iPhone, take a picture of Holly. What did they do today? And she would send me these pictures. And I'm like, wow, look at the transformation in Holly's face and her expression just since she's been able to type. So I said, Aubrey, please, instead of just putting those on your iPhone, will you just make a file on the desktop computer and call it Tuesdays with Holly and just put that picture on the desktop? So at the end of a year, I can look back and we can chronicle, what did you guys do this year? What happened? So we started this Tuesdays with Holly file. And these pictures were gorgeous, just beautiful. Aubrey's a gifted and talented photographer. And she's Holly's cousin, and they just hang out together. So I started seeing the words that Holly was typing, and then I started seeing these pictures. And that's when we said, Holly's got something to say. So we decided to publish a book. And here's one of the things Holly said. I have been called retarded from the day I was born. It makes me feel worthless. I hate that word. Look at that picture of Holly. Beautiful, intent, meaningful. Another thing Holly said, I hated getting told in kindergarten there was no way I would become normal. Look at that smile. Look how beautiful she is. I'm her mom, I can say that. And finally, well, I think we have another one actually. Please help people to understand other people impacted by their words. Is that not a message for all of us? Think about what you say before you say it. Think about it. This is not about a person with disability. This is wisdom. This is kindness. This is love. I like pleasing the people that I love and pushing them to do great things, pushing them to see that they have abilities that I don't have. How's that? So amazing. Wow. Unbelievable. So in writing this song, all this stuff starts coming out, this expression of self, these pictures that Aubrey's taken, unbelievable. How many of us have ever said this? I really want to fall in love. I really want to fall in love. Beautiful. Is Aubrey a talented photographer or what? Is that beautiful? So we started getting close to working toward the end of the song, and Megan's touring. It's just this last summer, and she's on the road a lot, and we haven't seen her, and Megan would send me a text and say, Eileen, I really need this bridge. I need more stuff from Holly. You guys need to work on this. I need this and this. And one of the things Megan said is, Holly's message is about love. Maybe we need to call the title of the song, Love Will Bring You Home. Love will sing you home. Maybe it's not God, maybe it's love. And this was Holly's answer. I love the name of the song. I've thought about it a lot. And this is what I want to say about it. People pleasing others in their life is pleasing to God. Please push Megan to meet up. Loving others through service. Please push Megan to help me. Please, Megan, for a meeting. Please give Megan my phrase. Loving others through serving others. Loving others through serving others. Incredible. Incredible. Mr. Holly, you have anything else to say? Please let me kick you out. All right, I'm out of here. doing this in her bedroom, nice and quiet, trying to be this professional songwriter. And she's like, let me kick you out. So Ashley said, you mean you want us out of your room? Yes. And so it is. She's still my daughter. And so, you are going to be treated to our world premiere tonight, where Megan's going to come up, and we are going to sing this song for you. So, yeah. So what we learned through this was that Holly had a lot to say. And what we learned was that there are people in the world like Megan Burt who care about using art, music, for full expression. And I asked Megan, how did you know how to, do this so well? And she said, I just worked with Holly like I would any other songwriter. She was a co-lyricist, and that's how I did it. That is the result of full integration of community. That's the result of kids going through school. So the song is truly co-written by Megan and Holly. Megan, it was Holly's first time out as a songwriter, so she needed a little guidance, but they wrote the song together. You saw what it looked like. And Megan, you have anything to say before we start? Holly, do you have anything to say? Where is she? You want to come up? You can if you want. And then I'm going to sing too, so I think we need to lose this one, and I'm going to go on this one. Is that right?
It was very important to me to keep Holly's words intact and the feeling of her song. This was her song. And so this music and these words, it's all Holly. I'd play something and I'd say, do you like the feel of this? Is this working for you? And it's like, no. Try something. Can you try something else? So this is Holly. This is you rap all over it. Find your smile when you're feeling low, low, low down. I'll help you shine even when you can't find a way out. I want you to see your abilities. I've got a song to sing. Raise my voice to the sky, sing my love and on high. Love is pleasing to God, pleasing to God, and He will hear your voice too, sing you home when you're through. Hallelujah, He'll sing you home. I can see we've got all the love we need around us. It's in the air, it's everywhere. Just reach out and grab some. And every hand you hold when eyes meet close, serving someone in need. Raise our voice to the sky, sing your love and on high. Love is pleasing to God, pleasing to God, and He will hear your voice too, sing you home when you're through. Hallelujah, He'll sing somebody know that you are there. Raise our voice to the sky, sing our loving on high. Love is pleasing to God, pleasing to God, and He will hear your voice to sing you home when you're through. Hallelujah, He'll sing. Raise your voice to the sky, sing your loving on high. Love is pleasing to God, pleasing to God. He will hear your voice to sing you home when you're through. Hallelujah, He'll sing you home.
Why don't you guys stand up and we're going to sing this together. Come on. These are Holly's words. These are Holly's words. This is it. This is Holly's words. These are Holly's words. Sing with us.
Raise our voice to the sky, sing our loving on high. Love is pleasing to God, pleasing to God. He will hear your voice to sing you home when you're through. Hallelujah, He'll sing. Raise your voice to the sky, sing your loving on high. Love is pleasing to God, pleasing to God, and He will hear your voice to sing you home when you're through. Hallelujah, He'll sing you home. Beautiful singing.
There you have it, folks. Those are Holly's words put to Megan's incredible songwriting. And so I hope, if nothing else for tonight, that Holly will inspire you to not be voiceless. Don't be invisible. Don't play small. Step into your greatness. Step into what you know you can and should be doing. Love the people in your path. Love the people in your path. The final words in Holly's book are love the people in your path. Your kindness matters. Whoosh. So that is it for tonight in terms of this. So we want to encourage you guys, hang around, love the people around you. Please support Holly's work. Buy her book, buy her CD. Please support Megan. Carl, did you see his little shakers on his leg? The guy was incredible. Wow. So thank you all for being here. Hope you can hang around. Hope you can support our work.
Let's hear it for Eileen and Megan. Oh, my God. Eileen? Marla Kreiner is a name you should all know because without her, much of this could never happen. So the Forlanza family wanted me to make sure. Marla, where are you? There she is. Give her a wave. Give her a hug. Carla. All right, so you heard Eileen. Hang around, mingle. No one's going to kick you out. There's probably cookies still out there. And I want to thank you all so much for coming and supporting this wonderful event. As an uncle, I couldn't possibly be any prouder. So thank you all so much. Have a great, great night. Safe drive home. And we'll see you when we take the show on the road. What do you say? Oh, this is, if you guys couldn't tell, this would be Eileen's, one of her sisters, Diane.
I hope that I can get through this. This past Christmas was the first year. Actually, if you guys have your books, if you look at the very back page, you'll see all of Holly's cousins, and including Jim's children. Every year we do a Secret Santa. Holly's always included. Holly gives her gift, and she receives a gift. This is the first year that Holly got to guess who her Santa person was by typing. First year ever that she typed. And the cool thing about it was the first person she typed was wrong. So she had to go to the next person. And so I'm looking up, and there is my sister Eileen, like this. And so then we're all going, yay! So anyway, I just think that to me is the biggest miracle for Holly, so that she can actually guess who her secret Santa was for 25 years.
Awesome. We're good to go. Thank you. Good night.